excited. बहुत ज़्यादा excited, over excited. And why? Because once in an online class, that was in 2020, my economics teacher showed me a TED talk. That was the first time I got to know about TED. So I was really excited that this is a nice concept. 15 minutes, a person comes on stage, says whatever he wants, interacts with the audience. There's no restrictions, and it's recording and going on the TED channel. That's the best thing that we want. And also, I was a little bit frustrated with the existing public speaking events. What all public speaking events do we have right now? We have speeches, debates, orations. So, in these events, a common thing that I've noticed is there's a lot of voice modulation. Your teachers, your trainers, they'll tell you to modulate your voice. And the thing is that in real life, do we actually say like that? The event got delayed today. It was not my fault. Please. Does anyone say like that? I'll give you another example. Ma'am, what is the answer to this question? Because sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. You should have known that, Pratham. Does that happen? Another example. I travel with the auto a lot. I come to school each day in the morning, leave with the auto. So, भैया श्रीनिवासपुरी चलेंगे? नहीं, मैं नहीं जाऊँगा। क्यों नहीं जाएंगे? मैं आंटी फोन करूँ, क्यों नहीं जाएंगे? ऐसा कहाँ होता है? In real life, you talk to your friends like that, with that much modulation. So I was frustrated with these existing public speaking events. And the TED concept, I like that a lot. It's a casual talk. I'm speaking with you, I'm interacting with you all, you're laughing and trying, not trying, but laughing. And I'm enjoying, you're enjoying. I hope you're enjoying. So I like this concept. And there's no time limit. 15 minutes, yeah, I need 15 minutes. Can you start and end a conversation with a friend in 3 minutes? Is that possible? Your introduction takes 3 minutes. I am Pratham Bansal. I have this startup, and they give my introduction. They took at least 30 seconds. And then the other guy gives the introduction. That takes 30 seconds. 1 minute is gone. Then they talk about the weather. Then they talk about the traffic. And 3 minutes is up. तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. Connection तो हो ही नहीं पाया. Visiting card का नहीं गया. Time ही नहीं मिला. So 15 minutes gives me that time. So that's what I like about this TED. I was really excited that he's speaking today. So then I thought about what should be the topic, and I was pondering about it. I was thinking about it while even we were organizing the event. I was thinking about it, and then I got this thought that I speak about this modulation only. I had a lot of experiences about it, and I thought it would be best that I speak about this. So another example will give you what happens is in life. Do you explain a thing to say one person in one way? I have a startup, I have to promote it. I'll say, talk to one speaker about it in one way. Then I have to speak to another person. And do I say the same set of words to that person? No, I improvise. I'll try and modulate it according to that person, so that that person knows how, what I'm saying. If I'm talking to a student, I'll talk one way. If I'm talking to a professional, I'll talk another way. So, in life, we need to know that it's not always a monotony, that we have to speak to everyone in one way. What we've learned over the years is that there's only one way of saying things. Giving an answer when we're sitting for a viva. There's only one way of giving an answer. No. The answer is there, it's one answer, but there are multiple ways of giving an answer. If you're giving it to a teacher, you have to give it one way. If you're explaining it to a student, you have to explain it another way. There are multiple ways. But what we do is, we think that if I'm explaining it to this guy, then okay, he's understood, then the next person should also understand if I say the same. That's not how it works. You try doing it, you talk to one of your friends, try explaining him intermediate calculus. Try explaining intermediate calculus to the humanities student. You will not understand, it's obvious. You have to explain it in a different way. So, this is what we need to learn. That there are diverse people and we need to mark up what you have written, that's okay, that's fine, that everyone does that. But you're even marking up how to say that. You're marking up like when my hand goes out, when it comes back in, when I shift to the right, when I shift to the left, when I start dancing, when I start singing, when I jump, when I sit maybe. Like what? Are you living life like that? Is your life the entire day planned when you will start breathing, when you will take the next breath and the next breath and the next breath? No, it's improvisation. If you're, like if you're starving, you eat more food. If you already had breakfast, you eat less food. So there's not a single set defining the way you have to do things. So you need to understand that it's your life. You don't need to or it's your dog. You do not need to be influenced a lot by another person and don't need to mark up everything. I'll give you another example. I don't have a lot of struggles to tell. I'm a student, what are my struggles? My struggles are in completing my projects, completing my deadlines on the last day. I have an exam tomorrow, I'll start preparing at 12, sleep at 2, that's my struggle. That's not a struggle. A lot of struggles in life. I have much better speakers here who have faced many more struggles in life. So what I have is examples, there are some anecdotes. That's what I'm going to tell you today. So in the past 5 minutes, I've been speaking a lot of things. You've been listening. Why are you listening to me? Because you think, and I think that you think, that you are listening. Because you think that you are relating to me. I'm a student, you are a student. A student is speaking to a student. So a student thinks that a student is speaking to a student, that means that I can relate to them. So in this case, what I try to do is, anything that I'm trying to speak, I'm trying to speak it to the students. That's my audience. Understanding what your audience is, that's very important. What happens is, in an event, when we are doing again public speaking, we are trying to win over the judges who are going to give us marks. That happens in life. We are trying to win over the people who are going to give us promotions in jobs, who are going to give us higher pay, who are going to give us good marks. We are trying to win over those people. But when you are in a public speaking event, I am not speaking to the judges, I am speaking to the audience. I need to win over the audience. That should be the purpose of why you are saying anything. Because you want to interact with the audience, you want to bring a change in the life of the audience. The judges are here. They'll give you good grades, they'll give you grades for your confidence, for your way of speaking and accuracy and content. But at the end of the day, it is the audience that will have to impact. Right? Now what happens in again public speaking? I am one speaker. After 3 minutes there is another speaker. So what is that student doing? He is preparing his own talk. That happens. I am preparing his own countrymen. He is preparing the or such and he does not care what I am speaking. But is that the purpose? I should actually be targeting him. I should target that student. To me, baat sun. You should understand what I am saying. Judges so ठीक है, they are giving us marks. But you are here to speak so that you can make an impact on others' lives. What we again do, we try and win over the few select people. When you have 100 people in a crowd, why do you want to impact only 6 people when you can impact 94? You see the ratios. You have such a huge audience that you can win over. Why are you trying to win over the 6? You can make much more impact. Again, with my startup, we started in an incubator program. And that's a program where you get all the resources to build a startup. And we were thinking about the ideas, what can be the potential subjects that we can build a startup on. And there were a lot of things, education, health and sports and fitness and what all and what not. But at the end of the day, how we shortlisted, we came down to education. We thought that we are students, it's best that we can relate to students. Students will relate to us. Working professionals will try to get into say, the field of health. We are not health professionals. We are not doctors. We might not be able to relate with them. But students will relate to us. We will relate to our students. We will know who is our target audience and they will know that the owners of the company are like us. So we can relate with them. So we shortlisted education and we started working on the prototype. Any one of you has done a startup here. You know that prototyping is one of the most important aspects. You have to have a good prototype and then you make another, second version, third version. Like it's a draft, you write an essay, you make one draft, two draft, three draft, and then that's how it works. So we got prototyping. And in the prototyping stage, what happens is, you make one thing, you think it's good. You give it out to a person, he says it's nonsense, it's crap. And then you have to redesign it. Then you make another one, you give it out to testing, he says it's again crap. You can redesign it. So what happens is, you need to understand that you are not making the product for yourself. You are making it for that person, for your audience. You need to make it according to them. And coming back to the point, you need to understand your audience. That's most important. You can't forget that you're speaking to this audience. Now I know if I speak for another 5 minutes in this knowledge, this audience will start getting bored because they're students. So I need to speak in a way that they do not get bored, that they are constantly listening to me, their eyes are here, not in their books or something. So this is important, understanding your audience. Another thing, recently I went into content creation. I started my YouTube channel, and anyone of you knows what a YouTube channel is. I hope you know. I thought that the word YouTuber on a LinkedIn profile looks really good. This is my profile here, it says co-founder unicorn. And here, very YouTuber, look very nice. It's the fact. I was like, YouTuber aa jayega, aapko start dete hain. So I went to YouTube and I started content creation. Content creation. It's a very heavy word, but it's not a heavy word. What is content creation? आप एक स्क्रिप्ट लिखते हो, कुछ उसका वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करते हो, that is called content creation. For anyone who thinks that content creation is spending 5 hours on the laptop writing 100 essays and then editing, that's not content creation, this is content creation. So I started this channel, and what I understood was कि स्कूल में जो प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं ना, इकोनॉमिक्स प्रोजेक्ट, सेवा प्रोजेक्ट, जिनको हम कहते हैं इसमें फूल पत्ती लगाना. In the modern day, what is this फूल पत्ती? It has a very nice term. It is called aesthetic. Everyone wants aesthetic. अच्छा फूल पत्ती क्या होता है? मैंने तो कंटेंट रिकॉर्ड कर लिया, I wrote a script, I shot it and I uploaded on YouTube. Why is it not getting views? Because it's not फूल पत्ती. फूल पत्ती का अच्छा सा बैकग्राउंड लगाओ, कुछ बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक चाहिए, कुछ बीच में टाइम लैप्सेस होने चाहिए, तभी तो मजा आएगा. क्लिक्स पे कुछ बढ़ना चाहिए, कुछ तो प्रमोशन करो. What is that? That's फूल पत्ती. Importance of फूल पत्ती in life. So not all your school projects are based. You need to understand that the meaning of फूल पत्ती has changed over time. It's not that glitter on the project. When you start working on projects in your corporate life, meaning of फूल पत्ती will change. So don't criticize all your projects. They are having some meaning. You look at them differently. If I come on the project side again, let's talk about projects once we are here. अब स्कूल में होते हैं कई सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स. एक तो सेवा प्रोजेक्ट वेरी फेमस, इनफेमस, हर कोई जानता है सेवा प्रोजेक्ट क्या होता है. 9th में बनाते हैं, 10th में सेम पिक्चर लगा देते हैं, 11th में सेम पिक्चर लगा देते हैं, 12th में सेम पिक्चर लगा देते हैं, हो गया सेवा प्रोजेक्ट. But if you look at the meaning of seva project, what is the seva project? Just go on the guidelines. If you just look at the term seva, seva को English में कर दो. What is that? Community service. Community service is a very nice word. लोगों को बड़ा मजा आता है. क्या करो? I do community service. I make volunteer hours. लोगों को बड़ा मजा आता है. तो यार जो सेवा प्रोजेक्ट है, it is an opportunity. Use that. Use that to do community service. It looks good on your profile. Don't write, I did a seva project. Write, I did community service. I cleaned my school. That is a topic. Cleanliness in school. And I remember in 9th grade I was in the evening, and I took a room and I took like a picture like that, posing, cleaning the school. And that I used 9, 10, 11. 12th I took a different topic. So, but actually there is an opportunity here. You can actually do a campaign in school, a cleanliness campaign, and that does the seva project for hundreds of students. आपको free में photos मिल जाएंगे, content मिल जाएगा. So use this opportunity. So many small things that are there in the curriculum. You have projects. There are some, CBSE giving competitions. CBSE also organizes sports tests. CBSE has these speaking events, but we don't know about it because we're too busy criticizing the curriculum all the time. We don't spend the time seeing what the curriculum has to offer us. So who is at fault in this situation? Not the entire fault of the government or the curriculum. Maybe a little bit our fault. We are not open to looking outside our books. But what happens at our age? मेरे साथ भी होता है, मेरे साथ भी होता है. मैं मानना ही नहीं चाहता कि मेरी गलती है. I will never accept that it's my fault. Because ये तो भैया ना मेरी गलती कोई है ही नहीं, मैंने कुछ गलत किया ही नहीं ना, ऐसे कैसे ना 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 मेरी गलती नहीं है भैया, उसने गलत किया है, वो पीछे बैठा है उसने गलत किया है, वो कुछ कर रहा था गलत, मैंने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं. Just introspect, think about it. Maybe there was something that you were wrong at, not the entire fault of the other person. Just think about that. And winding up, quickly wind up here. I know a lot of you are getting uneasy. It's important again to understand your audience. That's the one point that I would want you guys to take away from this talk of mine. Understand your audience. Who are you speaking to? And build according to that. Your prototype, your draft, your speech, your presentation, your anything, your sale project, anything. Not everything is called marks. You can think beyond that. There is a bigger world outside of your teacher. ये project है, teacher तक गया, marks हो गए. ये project कहीं और भी जा सकता था. It could have impacted a lot many people. You had done cleanliness. You could have gone to an NGO. Sir, this is my report. Can you publish it? हाँ बेटा क्यों नहीं करते नहीं publish? थोड़ा सा इसको ऐसे लिखो नहीं publish it. And then you are in the newspaper. 11th grade student from TEDxCambridgeSchoolSrinivaspuri gets published in this works with this NGO. Much bigger project. यहाँ देने की बजाय यहाँ दो. थोड़ा सा change कर दो and it's done. So just take away, single take away, understand your audience, and that's it from my side. Thank you.